Citrus fruits, they're bright, refreshing, and full of flavor. Lemons, oranges, grapefruits, they've been part of our diets for generations, and most of us grew up believing they were the very definition of healthy. Packed with vitamin C, great for the immune system, low in calories, what could possibly be wrong? But then keto came along, and suddenly citrus became controversial. Some say citrus fruits are too sugary. Others say they're loaded with antioxidants and should be part of every diet, even low-carb ones. And if you're over 60, trying to balance your blood sugar, support your immune system, and keep your energy stable, who do you listen to? This confusion is more common than you think. One day you're told to eat more fruit. The next day you're told to avoid it, especially if it's sweet, especially if it's orange. But here's the truth. Not all citrus fruits are the same. Some can support your keto goals and improve your health after 60. Others can spike your blood sugar, interact with medications, and undo your progress. The key isn't to fear citrus, it's to understand it. In this video, we're going to break down the most popular citrus fruits, from lemons and limes to oranges, grapefruits, and even pomelo. We'll rank them by how they impact blood sugar, ketosis, digestion, inflammation, and medication safety. You'll learn which ones are safe, which to limit, and how to enjoy citrus without sabotaging your health. And most importantly, you'll get real answers, not food myths, not trends, just science. Simplified and focused on what matters most for people like you: energy, clarity, and longevity after 60. So if you've ever wondered whether that slice of orange is helping or hurting you, or whether lemon water every morning really makes a difference, this is for you. Let's uncover the truth about citrus, one fruit at a time, and help you make the smartest choices for your body, your brain, and your future. Citrus fruits aren't just tangy and refreshing, they're some of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet, and they've been treasured for centuries for their healing benefits. They're rich in vitamin C, of course, one of the most powerful antioxidants known to science. But that's just the beginning. Citrus fruits also contain potassium, folate, calcium, magnesium, and dozens of plant compounds that fight inflammation, support the immune system, and improve circulation. If you're over 60, these benefits matter more than ever. Citrus helps maintain strong arteries, protects your skin and eyes from oxidative stress, and supports collagen production, keeping tissues healthy and healing faster. And even the scent of citrus has been shown to reduce stress and boost mood. Just the smell of lemon or orange can calm your nervous system and lift your spirits. And because citrus is low in calories and high in water content, it supports weight control and hydration without spiking your blood sugar, if you choose the right ones. So yes, citrus can absolutely be part of a smart, senior-friendly diet, as long as you know what you're picking, how much you're eating, and when. Not all citrus fruits are created equal. Some are nutrient-dense, low in sugar, and offer real health benefits, even on a keto diet. Others, while still natural, can cause blood sugar spikes, interact with medications, or work against your health goals after 60. That's why we're using a simple system to break them down, a nutrition tier list. This ranking system helps you see at a glance which citrus fruits are the best choices, which are okay in moderation, and which ones you might want to avoid, especially if you're focused on managing blood sugar, maintaining ketosis, or supporting your heart and brain as you age. We'll be using 4 tiers. Tier A, the best of the best, low in net carbs, high in antioxidants, and fully compatible with a keto-friendly or anti-inflammatory diet. These fruits enhance your health without compromise. Still good, but with caution. These fruits offer solid nutrients, but they also come with higher sugar or a stronger glycemic effect. Best enjoyed in smaller portions and with proper food pairing. Tier C. Use with care, these fruits have benefits, but they also have risks, such as medication interactions, high GI values, or larger carb loads. Not ideal for keto, but may fit into a less strict low-carb approach. Tier D, the ones to avoid: high sugar, low fiber, and often consumed in liquid form. These are the citrus choices most likely to spike blood sugar, trigger cravings, or kick you out of ketosis. In the next sections, we'll go fruit by fruit, explaining exactly where each one fits, why it matters, and how to make smart decisions that keep you strong, energized, and in control of your health. Let's start at the top, Tier A, and leading the pack is one of the most overlooked but powerful citrus fruits, the lemon. Lemons are incredibly low in sugar, rich in nutrients, and versatile in both flavor and health benefits. A whole lemon contains just 2 grams of carbohydrates, and when you're only using a few slices or the juice of half a lemon, your carb intake is virtually 0. That's why lemons are a favorite among keto practitioners and health-conscious seniors alike. But the benefits go far beyond carb count. Lemons are a concentrated source of vitamin C, providing over 30% of your daily needs in just a small serving. This supports your immune system, helps your body produce collagen for healthy skin and joints, and acts as a natural antioxidant to fight inflammation and oxidative stress. Lemons also contain citric acid, which has been shown to support kidney health by helping prevent the formation of certain types of kidney stones, a concern that becomes more common as we age. And their gentle acidity can actually aid digestion by stimulating stomach acid production, which often declines in older adults, leading to bloating and discomfort. Another benefit? Alkalizing effect. Despite being acidic in taste, lemons have an alkalizing effect on the body once metabolized. This can help with inflammation, pH balance, and even energy levels. From a keto perspective, lemons are a game changer. They add brightness and flavor without carbs. You can use lemon juice in salad dressings, squeeze it over grilled meats or vegetables, or add it to sparkling water for a refreshing drink. Even the zest, the outer peel, is loaded with flavonoids and natural oils that support detoxification and liver health. And let's not forget their role in morning routines. Many seniors start their day with warm lemon water, and while it won't melt fat magically, it can gently hydrate, support digestion, and reduce inflammation when used consistently. Best of all, lemons have no known drug interactions and they're generally well tolerated, even for those with sensitive stomachs. That's why we place lemon firmly in Tier A. It's low-carb, anti-inflammatory, digestive-friendly, and fully keto-approved. Next up, another small but mighty citrus, the lime. Similar in many ways, but with a few unique advantages of its own. Limes may be small, but they carry a powerful punch, both in flavor and in health benefits. Just like lemons, limes are extremely low in sugar, making them an ideal citrus choice for anyone on a ketogenic diet, especially those over 60 who want to avoid blood sugar spikes. A single lime contains about 5 grams of total carbs, but in most recipes or drinks, you'll only use a wedge or a splash of juice, which translates to 1 gram or less of net carbs per serving. That means you can enjoy the refreshing zing of lime all day long without ever worrying about getting kicked out of ketosis. But limes aren't just keto-safe. They're loaded with healing compounds. Like lemons, limes are rich in vitamin C, which supports immunity, helps neutralize free radicals, and aids in collagen formation. That's critical for maintaining skin elasticity, joint health, and a strong vascular system as we age. What makes limes especially interesting is their content of flavonoids, particularly limonene and hesperidin, natural compounds shown to support healthy cholesterol levels and reduce inflammation. Some studies even suggest that lime peel contains antimicrobial and anti-cancer properties, though more research is needed. Limes also have mood-lifting effects. The natural oils found in lime zest and juice are used in aromatherapy to boost energy and reduce stress, something many seniors can benefit from during times of fatigue or emotional heaviness. In the kitchen, limes offer endless flexibility. Use them in guacamole, drizzle over grilled fish, squeeze into herbal tea, or zest into salad dressings. Their acidity can also enhance mineral absorption, particularly iron and calcium, which are often harder for aging bodies to absorb efficiently. One overlooked benefit? Digestive stimulation. Just like lemons, limes may help stimulate bile production and stomach acid, gently supporting digestion and easing occasional bloating or sluggishness after meals. And importantly, limes don't interact negatively with common medications the way grapefruit does, making them a safer citrus option for seniors on prescriptions for blood pressure, cholesterol, or heart rhythm. In short, limes are more than just garnish. They're a low-carb, anti-inflammatory, digestion-friendly fruit that deserves a spot in your daily routine. That's why we rank lime in Tier A, a smart, flavorful ally for your keto journey and your health after 60. Coming up next, a citrus fruit that looks like a regular orange but hides a surprising antioxidant boost. The blood orange. Blood oranges. They may look like regular oranges on the outside, but slice one open and you'll see deep crimson flesh, rich in flavor and even richer in nutrients. What gives blood oranges their color also gives them a unique health edge. Powerful anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants, rarely found in other citrus fruits. Anthocyanins are the same compounds found in blueberries, purple cabbage, and black rice. They're known for their anti-inflammatory, heart-protective, and cell-protective effects. For seniors, this means extra support against oxidative stress, one of the main drivers behind aging, joint pain, memory decline, and chronic disease. Blood oranges also contain solid amounts of vitamin C, folate, and potassium, making them beneficial for immune health, cardiovascular function, and overall energy production. Plus, their slightly bittersweet flavor profile can be more satisfying than standard oranges, helping curb cravings with less sugar. But here's where we need to be careful. Even though blood oranges have a superior antioxidant profile, they're still a type of orange, and that means natural sugar. A medium-sized blood orange has around 15 grams of total carbs and only 2-3 grams of fiber, leaving you with roughly 12 net carbs per fruit. That's a significant portion of your daily limit if you're following a strict keto plan. For this reason, we place blood oranges in Tier A, B. They offer excellent health benefits, but only if you control portions. A few wedges in a salad or a couple of thin slices with a high-fat breakfast may work well, especially when timed with your most insulin-sensitive meal of the day, like lunch. Another option? Use blood orange zest. The outer peel contains intense flavor, natural oils, and additional antioxidants, without the sugar. Just a sprinkle over roasted vegetables, mixed with olive oil or added to a keto dessert can elevate your dish and your health without carb consequences. As with all citrus, avoid juice. A glass of blood orange juice may taste refreshing, but it can pack 20 grams or more of sugar, all absorbed rapidly with no fiber to slow it down. So yes, blood oranges can be part of a keto-aware anti-aging plan. Just treat them as a special addition, not an everyday snack. Used wisely, they offer color, nutrition, and powerful protection for the cells that carry you through life. Next, we'll look at the classic orange, America's favorite fruit, and examine whether it still belongs on your plate after 60. Oranges, bright, juicy, and the symbol of vitamin C for decades. They're one of the most consumed fruits in America, and for many seniors, they've long been seen as part of a healthy start. But are they still a good fit for a keto lifestyle, or for a body that's aging and more sensitive to sugar? Let's start with the positives. Oranges are packed with vitamin C, offering over 70 milligrams in a medium fruit, more than your daily requirement. That supports immune function, skin health, collagen production, and helps the body neutralize free radicals that drive inflammation and cellular aging. They also contain fiber, especially in the white pith and segments, about 3 grams per fruit, which helps with digestion and slows down sugar absorption compared to juice. Oranges offer potassium for blood pressure balance, folate for brain and heart function, and thiamine, a B vitamin essential for energy metabolism. But here's the catch. A medium orange has about 15-16 grams of total carbohydrates, and with only 3 grams of fiber, that's 12 to 13 net carbs. That's over half of your daily limit if you're aiming for strict keto, and even in low-carb diets, it's still something to manage closely. The glycemic index of oranges is moderate, but their glycemic load, the actual impact on blood sugar, can be significant if eaten on an empty stomach or in large amounts. This is particularly important for older adults who are more likely to experience blood sugar instability or insulin resistance. That's why we rank regular oranges in Tier B. They're not bad. They have real nutritional value, but they're also not ideal for daily consumption if your goal is to maintain ketosis, prevent insulin spikes, or reverse metabolic dysfunction. The best way to enjoy oranges? In small portions, and always with a buffer. Pair a few segments with a protein-rich meal. Add a few slices to a salad with olive oil and walnuts. Use the zest in cooking or desserts for flavor without the sugar. And whatever you do, avoid orange juice. Orange juice strips away the fiber, concentrates the sugar, and turns a healthy fruit into a glucose bomb. Just 1 8-ounce glass can deliver 20-plus grams of sugar, more than an entire day's carb limit on keto. So yes, oranges can still fit, but only if portioned wisely. They're best treated as a once-in-a-while citrus choice, not a daily habit. Coming up next, the smaller, sweeter cousin of the orange, the mandarin, and why it may be even riskier for your blood sugar. Mandarins. Small, easy to peel, and even easier to love. For many seniors, they bring back memories of lunch boxes, holiday baskets, and winter mornings. Their size and sweetness make them feel innocent, even harmless. But when it comes to keto and blood sugar, mandarins deserve a closer look. Compared to regular oranges, mandarins are sweeter, smaller, and often more tempting to eat in multiples. A single medium mandarin contains around 12 grams of total carbs, with just 1-2 grams of fiber, leaving you with 10 to 11 net carbs per fruit. That's almost the same as a regular orange, just in a more bite-sized, addictive package. From a nutritional standpoint, mandarins still offer solid value. They're rich in vitamin C, contain some vitamin A, and provide small amounts of potassium and folate. Their ease of digestion and refreshing taste make them enjoyable, especially for older adults with reduced appetite or dry mouth. But the concern is twofold. First, their high sugar-to-size ratio means it's easy to overdo it. One mandarin might be okay. 2 or 3? Oh, you've likely exceeded your carb allowance for the meal. And second, mandarins have a higher glycemic index than most other citrus fruits. This means they convert to glucose faster, spiking insulin more quickly, especially when eaten alone. For seniors managing insulin resistance, metabolic syndrome, or trying to stay in ketosis, this makes mandarins more risky. The sweetness is natural, yes, but your body doesn't distinguish much between natural sugar and refined sugar once it hits the bloodstream. We place mandarins in tier BC. They're not dangerous, but they're easy to misuse. They're not off limits, but they require awareness. If you love mandarins, consider eating just half and pair it with fat or protein, like a few almonds or a slice of cheese. Never eat them on an empty stomach. And watch out for canned mandarins. Even in natural juice, they often contain added sugar or concentrated syrup. Dried mandarins are even worse, pure sugar in disguise. So while mandarins may feel light and healthy, they're a stealthy source of fast sugar. For keto-minded seniors, they're best seen as an occasional treat, not a daily habit. Next up, a fruit that's often praised for its fat-burning power but can actually cause problems if you're on certain medications. Grapefruit. It's bold, bitter, and often labeled as a fat-burning superfruit. For decades, it's been promoted as a metabolism booster and a breakfast staple. But is grapefruit really as healthy as it seems? And is it a good choice for seniors on a keto or low-carb lifestyle? Nutritionally, grapefruit does bring a lot to the table. It's rich in vitamin C, offering nearly 70 milligrams in just half a fruit. It contains fiber, especially pectin, which can help regulate blood sugar and improve digestion. Grapefruit also provides potassium, antioxidants, and flavonoids like naringenin, which have been shown to reduce inflammation and support heart health. On paper, grapefruit sounds great, but there's a problem, and it's a big one for seniors: drug interactions. Grapefruit contains compounds called furanocoumarins, which interfere with enzymes in your liver, specifically CYP3A4. This enzyme helps break down many common medications. When grapefruit blocks this enzyme, it can cause certain drugs to build up to dangerous levels in your bloodstream. What kinds of medications are affected? Statins for cholesterol, calcium channel blockers for blood pressure, some antiarrhythmics for heart rhythm, and even some antidepressants and immunosuppressants. For seniors who are more likely to be on one or more of these medications, grapefruit can quietly create serious health risks, even if you feel fine. Aside from drug interactions, grapefruit isn't exactly keto-friendly. Half a medium grapefruit contains about 10-11 grams of total carbs, with only about 2 grams of fiber, leaving 8-9 net carbs. That's a large chunk of your carb limit for the day, especially for something that may not even leave you feeling full. We place grapefruit in tier C, not because it lacks benefits, but because the risks can outweigh the rewards. If you're on no medications and can tolerate the taste, a few small segments occasionally might be fine, but for most seniors it's best to avoid grapefruit altogether, or talk to your doctor before including it in your diet. And grapefruit juice? Even worse, it's concentrated sugar with the same dangerous furanocoumarins but no fiber to slow the absorption. Just one glass can spike your blood sugar and amplify medication effects dangerously. Grapefruit isn't evil, but it requires caution, respect, and a conversation with your doctor. Up next, a citrus fruit that's massive, gentle in flavor, and often misunderstood: the pomelo. Pomelo, the largest of all citrus fruits. It looks like a grapefruit, but bigger, thicker-skinned, and often sweeter or milder in flavor. For many seniors, especially in Asian households, pomelo is a familiar comfort fruit. But how does it fit into a keto-friendly, low-sugar diet? And is it safe for aging bodies? Let's start with the good news. Pomelo is rich in vitamin C, offering over 70 milligrams per serving, more than your daily requirement. It contains potassium, fiber, and flavonoids like naringenin, which support blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and protect against oxidative damage. The thick membranes between each segment also offer pectin, a form of soluble fiber that supports gut health and blood sugar regulation. Pomelo is also hydrating, composed mostly of water, and can be satisfying without being too heavy. Its light sweetness makes it a pleasant option for those who want something juicy without the sharp tang of grapefruit or lemon. But here's where the problem starts: serving size. Because pomelos are large, sometimes weighing over 2 pounds, most people end up eating a lot more than they realize. 1 cup of pomelo flesh contains about 13 grams of total carbs, with 2 grams of fiber, which leaves 11 net carbs per cup. And since it's easy to eat 2 or 3 cups in a sitting, especially if you're sharing or snacking, you may unintentionally consume 20 to 30 grams of net carbs, enough to disrupt ketosis entirely. Another concern is variation in sweetness. Some pomelos are quite tart. Others, especially imported varieties, can be surprisingly sugary, with a glycemic load closer to that of an orange or mango. For keto-focusing seniors, that variability makes pomelo harder to manage. From a medication standpoint, pomelo may have mild interactions similar to grapefruit, though the evidence is less clear. Still, some compounds in pomelo, like naringin, may affect drug metabolism in sensitive individuals. If you're taking medications that interact with grapefruit, you should speak with your doctor before adding pomelo to your diet. That's why we place pomelo in Tier C. It's not harmful, it has valuable nutrients, but is easy to overeat, easy to underestimate, and potentially risky if you're on certain prescriptions. If you love pomelo, keep portions small and treat it more like a special occasion food than a daily staple. Up next, the most deceptive form of citrus, one that sneaks sugar into your diet faster than any other: citrus juices. Citrus juices, they seem natural, refreshing, even healthy. After all, they come from fruit, right? But here's the truth most people don't realize. Citrus juice is one of the fastest ways to spike your blood sugar. And for seniors trying to manage insulin, weight, or inflammation, that can be a serious setback. Let's look at orange juice. 1 small 8-ounce glass contains around 22 to 26 grams of sugar, and that's with 0 fiber. Why? Because the juicing process removes the pulp, the pith, and everything else that slows digestion. What's left is liquid sugar, absorbed quickly into your bloodstream, triggering a sharp insulin response. It doesn't stop with orange juice. Grapefruit juice, lemonades, limeades, even healthy tangerine blends. They all deliver high sugar loads without the buffering effect of fiber or fat. Many commercial juices, even those labeled 100% pure, contain concentrated juices or fruit sugar added back in to make them taste better. For someone on a ketogenic diet, where you're aiming for 20 to 30 net carbs per day, just 1 glass of citrus juice can wipe out your entire daily limit. And for someone managing prediabetes, insulin resistance, or metabolic syndrome, that spike in blood sugar can lead to fatigue, cravings, and long-term inflammation. You might think, but what about fresh squeezed juice? It's a little better, but not by much. Even when you juice an orange yourself, you're still removing the fiber and concentrating the sugar. 1 medium orange makes about 4 ounces of juice, and even that contains 10 to 13 grams of fast-acting sugar. Then there's portion creep. Most people don't stop at 4 ounces. A tall glass? That's 2 to 3 oranges worth of sugar in one sitting, and unlike whole fruit, which fills you up, juice goes down fast and leaves you hungry soon after. Citrus juice also lacks the chewing and digestion signals that tell your brain you've eaten. That's why it doesn't satisfy, and why it often leads to overeating later. For all these reasons, we place citrus juices in Tier D, the lowest tier. It's not about being anti-fruit. It's about being honest about how your body processes liquid sugar, and why whole fruit is almost always better. If you want the flavor of citrus, use lemon or lime juice in small amounts, like in water, dressings, or marinades. Not as a beverage. That way you get the taste without the metabolic cost. Next, we'll explore when and how to include citrus in your routine without risking your progress. When it comes to citrus, timing matters. You could eat the right fruit in the wrong way at the wrong time and still feel the negative effects. But when you eat citrus strategically, you unlock the benefits without the blood sugar crash or carb overload. So when is the best time to eat citrus, especially if you're over 60 and watching your carbs? The first rule: never eat citrus on an empty stomach. Even a seemingly healthy fruit like an orange can spike your glucose if eaten alone. Without fat or protein to slow absorption, the natural sugars hit your bloodstream fast, causing energy dips and insulin spikes that are harder to recover from as you age. Instead, pair citrus with a fat or protein-rich meal, a few grapefruit slices after grilled salmon, lemon zest on top of an olive oil-dressed salad, or a few mandarin segments with Greek yogurt and chia seeds. These combinations help buffer the sugar impact, keep your energy steady, and support satiety. Midday is better than morning or night. Your insulin sensitivity is usually highest in the late morning or around lunch, making this the ideal time for slightly sweeter fruits like oranges or blood oranges, if you're including them at all. Avoid citrus late at night when digestion slows and insulin response is less efficient, especially in older adults. Post-exercise can also be a smart time. Your muscles are more receptive to glucose, and a small amount of citrus can help restore electrolyte balance, especially from potassium and vitamin C. If you're fasting or doing time-restricted eating, citrus can be a gentle way to break your fast, but only if paired with a fat or protein, for example, lemon water followed by eggs and avocado, or lime-marinated chicken over leafy greens. Lastly, remember, a little goes a long way. A wedge of lemon, a slice of orange, a few grapefruit segments. You don't need much to get the taste, the antioxidants, and the digestive benefits. The goal is to enjoy citrus, not overindulge. Coming up next, how to combine citrus with other keto-friendly foods to enhance flavor, support digestion, and protect your blood sugar. Citrus fruits can absolutely have a place in your keto lifestyle, but only if you know how to pair them properly. When combined with the right foods, citrus can enhance digestion, balance your blood sugar, and elevate your meals with flavor and nutrition. The secret lies in pairing smart. Start with healthy fats. Citrus and fat are a perfect match. Try olive oil with lemon juice on a bed of spinach and avocado. Squeeze lime over grilled salmon or sardines. Add a citrus vinaigrette to a salad with walnuts and goat cheese. The fat helps slow down sugar absorption, while the citrus adds brightness and supports bile production, improving digestion of that fat. Next, combine citrus with clean proteins. Citrus can tenderize and flavor meats, poultry, and fish. Lemon and rosemary chicken, lime and garlic shrimp, orange zest in a pork marinade. These combos don't just taste good. They help your body absorb iron and zinc more efficiently, which is especially important for older adults with weakened digestion. Use citrus as a contrast to creamy or rich textures. A bit of grated lemon zest on a bowl of full-fat Greek yogurt with chia seeds. A slice of blood orange with a piece of aged cheese. These pairings satisfy your senses while keeping carbs in check. Be mindful of sweet dishes. If you're using citrus in a keto dessert, focus on zest instead of juice. Lemon zest in almond flour muffins, lime zest in coconut fat bombs. These bring intense flavor without adding sugar. For drinks, use citrus strategically. Add a wedge of lemon or lime to water, iced herbal tea, or sparkling mineral water. Avoid sweetened lemonades or detox drinks that sneak in honey, maple syrup, or fruit concentrate. Finally, always pair citrus with fiber when possible. Toss orange segments into a kale salad. Sprinkle pomegranate, in moderation, over shredded cabbage with lemon and tahini. The fiber helps slow digestion, balance gut bacteria, and reduce insulin response. When citrus is treated as a seasoning, not a snack, it becomes a powerful tool for health. You get the flavor, the nutrients, and the metabolic stability that makes keto sustainable. Up next, we'll address an often overlooked issue: how citrus, especially grapefruit, can interfere with medications and what seniors need to know to stay safe. When it comes to citrus fruits, especially grapefruit, there's one thing every senior needs to be aware of: drug interactions. You may have heard it before. Don't eat grapefruit if you're on certain medications. But few people understand just how serious and common these interactions can be. The culprit? A group of natural compounds in grapefruit called furanocoumarins. These interfere with an important liver enzyme known as CYP3A4. This enzyme is responsible for breaking down many common prescription drugs. When grapefruit blocks this enzyme, it causes those drugs to build up in your bloodstream, sometimes to dangerous levels. This isn't rare. In fact, over 85 prescription medications are known to interact with grapefruit, and many are medications commonly prescribed to people over 60. Here are a few examples. Statins, like atorvastatin and simvastatin for cholesterol. Calcium channel blockers, like amlodipine for blood pressure. Like amioarrhythmics, like amiodarone for heart rhythm. Immunosuppressants on anti-anxiety and antidepressant drugs. Constructive certain The result? You may experience side effects like dizziness, muscle pain, low blood pressure, or even toxicity without ever knowing it's the fruit that caused it. And it's not just grapefruit. While pomelo and Seville oranges, the kind used in marmalade, may also contain similar compounds, grapefruit is by far the most potent. Even a small glass of juice or half a fruit can cause significant changes in drug metabolism. If you're taking any prescription medication, the safest approach is to talk to your doctor or pharmacist before including grapefruit or pomelo in your diet, especially on a regular basis. If your doctor gives the green light, enjoy cautiously and in moderation. If not, choose safer citrus options like lemon, lime, or even blood orange in small amounts. which do not have this interaction. For seniors, staying healthy means being informed. Food is medicine, but only when used wisely. Up next, we'll bring everything together, the final takeaway on how to use citrus fruits intelligently and confidently as part of your keto lifestyle after 60. You don't have to give up citrus. You don't have to fear oranges or squeeze lemons only on special days. What you need, especially after 60, is clarity, precision, the ability to say, yes, I can enjoy this, and here's how. Citrus fruits are vibrant, healing, and flavorful. They bring color to your plate, comfort to your senses, and nutrients to your body. But as we've seen, not all citrus is created equal. Some, like lemon, lime, and zest, are virtually carb-free and bring anti-inflammatory power with every drop. Others, like oranges and mandarins, are nutritious but require portion control. A few, like grapefruit and juice, demand serious caution, especially if you're on medication. The truth is, your body changes as you age. Your digestion slows, your insulin response becomes more sensitive. What worked for you at 30 might not serve you at 70. But you still deserve food that's beautiful, that's joyful, that supports your energy, your mind, and your independence. Citrus can be part of that if you use it wisely. So here's your takeaway. Choose citrus with intention. Use it as a flavor, not a filler. Pair it with fat and fiber. Skip the juice. Talk to your doctor about grapefruit. And most importantly, listen to how your body feels, not just how a food tastes. You don't need strict rules to stay healthy. You need informed choices. Citrus is not forbidden. It's a tool. And like any good tool, it works best in skilled hands. If this video helped you see citrus differently, if it gave you new confidence to enjoy your meals with more awareness and less fear, then we invite you to subscribe to Senior Health Live. We believe food should nourish your body and your spirit, that health after 60 should be built on science, wisdom, and joy, not guilt or confusion, and that you can still eat well, live well, and age strong, one choice at a time. Thank you for watching. Share this video with someone who needs clarity. And remember, the best years of your life aren't behind you. They're waiting, just a squeeze of lemon away.